Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Ukraine. So in the previous episode we have left off the moment that we finished researching the IFV 2015 and moved to the main battle tank 2015. Then we went ahead and redesigned the IFV into what will be known as the BMP for Ukraine. This one, unfortunately, at this point, we are producing roughly 1.8 per week, but we're hopefully going to get to at least 2.5 per week. It is awesome. It is a huge step forward. It's actually redesigned, so it's even better than the stock that we got with the technology. On the other hand, the production cost went up significantly to 15.8 compared to the previous, and I always do this, compared to the previous 9.2. So we nearly doubled the price of the IFV. On the other hand, the strength difference is quite dramatic, especially when it comes to piercing, where we went from 42 to 51.2, and in armor, if I am not mistaken, where we had 21 and now we have 30. Which is awesome. The rest is boosted as well, but these are the main differences. Actually, speaking of 30, I think that 30 is... yeah, that's more than the T80 has. So our IFV is better than a 1985 main battle tank, which will be very useful if we ever find some aged equipment, like here we are fighting in Libya. So in Libya... well, actually, let's look at the construction before we move forward. We've set up a couple of factories to be constructed, and we are also going to work on the infrastructure in Galicia, Volhynia, where we are going to up it to maximum because we want to build a couple more factories in there. The rest will be dealt with later. And do we have... nope. Okay, we have some recognitions going there and back. And we have insufficient resources. Okay, and a bit of money that we can repay. Our GDP to debt ratio is 24%, which is awesome. How are you doing? Did we finish those factories here? Or did we cancel them? Nope. Okay, so 162 days before 2 more civilian factories will be built in Libya. And Germany is building a civilian industry in our territory. So pretty cool. So, back to Libya. We managed to encircle and destroy, if I recall correctly, 3 divisions. One in the very south of Libya, east from the city of Murzouk. It was a tank division. And then we called, I think, 1 militia and 1 marine division, I think it was, in this territory here that we are now taking. Now, what we're going to do here next is going to be a bit risky again. But I think what I'm going to go here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to here, attack the units in Ghadames, push them back, get rid of these guys as well, then take Ghadames, attack here, push these guys away, and destroy this, I guess that's a mechanized infantry? Yeah, mechanized infantry division, that's one of the stronger ones. Now, what is really good here is that the strength on the side of Libyan national forces, I guess it would be, led by Muammar Gaddafi, is dropping significantly. They had roughly 60,000 men in, deployed manpower. They are now somewhere around 40,000, and which is still double of what our friends have. But we have been supplying them with weapons since the beginning of the war, so they are probably having a significant advantage as far as equipment goes now. But even in pure division strength, they used to have double than what it was on our side, and now they're down to, say, 10 to 11 divisions, while we have 8 on the side of our allies, plus our army corps here. So we can be pretty happy with the results. We spent quite a lot of influence on our friends here, but for some reason they actually refused the military aid. And they refused it, not sure why. They're still falling into an insane debt, unfortunately. But we managed to use our influence to boost the popularity of the Western outlook in their territory. So let's spend it a bit more here so that we get the influence up and manipulate the politics a bit more, because we would like them to peacefully vote these guys out of power and establish a government that is more friendly to us. Now, I'm not big on puppeting Libya, but if it comes down to it, I would like to have them as a friendly puppet where we are going to pretend like they are just a friendly regime, because we are the ones that actually liberate this entire nation, and there should be some long-lasting ramifications to that where they will become our ally or something. I'm not going to drag them into some conflict or extort them or anything, because we are really here to support and save them from the harsh realities of the mundane world. But on the other hand, I would not like, that we leave and they just become, hateful towards us. Well, yeah, supported the opposition, that kind of makes them mad, but the investments are pretty good, improved relations are pretty good, delivered equipment, attaché, trading agreement, yeah, they are really happy to be in our corner now. And it looks like the fighting along the border has completely ended, because they don't seem to be interested in anything. Okay, Bhutan annexed someone, which was most likely the other Bhutan. And unfortunately, it's the nationalists who won the Western government. Well, I'm kind of unhappy with the fact that we cannot support anyone, but it looks like that is the reality that we're facing here. So let's make sure that these guys are pushed away. We have no fuel and we are dying as far as supply goes, but we're still going to make this happen. We'll take Ghadames and then force these guys out, support that attack, and force these guys out and encircle and destroy this unit. Okay, and then actually starting a full-blown offensive here on them as well, which is amazing. And the Marines are not having enough people here, or there, or anywhere else. Okay, I think we can go ahead and work with our encirclement plan here. Yeah, the battle divisions are all severely underpowered. And yeah, they're trying to get out of here. Well, not gonna happen. At least I think it's not gonna happen. This might be a bit of a close call, yep. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get out of this encirclement. Especially if their whole strategy is to waste their organization on attacking us. So goodbye, sweet prince. Another division bites the dust. And once we take that, we're going to move to Ghadames. Yeah, this is now definitely our fight. We can move from Ghadames into here, walking out 2 more divisions. Yeah, I know you took it, but that's not really bothering me at all. I'm really happy that this is a successful military venture, because for some time it actually seemed like it's going to be a bust, even though we had superior weapons. For a long time it looked like, unless we take some drastic measures or figure out something else, this is not going to happen for us. So I'm really happy to say that that was not the case. Okay, I think it might be time for us to encircle these guys now. These two divisions will unfortunately, fortunately for us, but they are going to be lost. Oh, come on, man. I knew that was too good to be true. But you know, at least one. One is still more than 0. Oh, but we'll need to take some steps here. I wanted to encircle that mountainous province, but I guess we'll have to destroy these first. I mean, every such strike to them is the next nail into the coffin as far as we are concerned, because they are not able to replenish these losses. They might be able to retake the territory, but they won't be able to replenish their losses. Okay, so let's see this. This is what kind of territory? Where's the supply? Okay, this is the terrain. Hills, desert, hills. Now we had a really good moment there. I think I still might be able to do this, but we'll see. Actually, let's go this way and then attack here, and we'll see how well we're gonna deal with the paratroopers. If we can figure out a reasonable way, I still might be able to... I think this is... yeah, that's the hills. So the best thing would be to go through here and then encircle either through here and just destroy the tank, or risk it, go here and then hope that they will not recapture this territory. It would be best if our ally actually helped us with that. But... oh damn. Oh damn. We're just gonna check if there isn't the possibility to send more units there now. Nope, still only one. I know you guys said that I can send in more aircraft, but I'm not really interested to at this point. We have it pretty much covered. So bombing the enemy is just an unnecessary amount of effort for us. Okay, and we can do another doctrine here. Standoff precision strike or low altitude air support. Huh. Okay, so either one of these is pretty good. I think we're gonna go for the agility though. Advances in computing and sensing technology theoretically enable precise target engagement from high altitudes and long ranges. While this reduces risk to other aircraft, the fog of war often means such strikes are of limited effectiveness. Standard precision strikes, I still think it's pretty good. So let's get those. Okay, and we are winning here, despite the fact that they are in the mountains. We are able to take advantage of this. So this is also Mount Hills, right? But it's a militia unit. So this will all depend now on the fact whether or not they are going to help us with this attack. Actually, they are keeping these guys busy. So what I could do here is... I could... well, the paratroopers are going to be annoying. So you know what I can do? I can just support this attack, which will turn it into a success, and that will allow us to encircle the tanks here. Dang it, they're really getting a lot of resistance. But it's gonna work, you know. It is going to work eventually. Okay, let's lease industrial complexes. That's also hills here, right? That would be silly if it was anything else. Yeah, it's hills. So I think this is their last... Wait, no, there's a motorized unit here, but this is their first heavy unit. I don't see any mechanized or armored apart from these. Okay, and that's all for you folks. Despite being in a fairly reasonable position, you are going to drop. This is where most of that support probably went to. Look at that. They have really decent attack and defense values, but unfortunately that amounts to nothing at moments like this. I wonder how much we're gonna get. Well, actually, we're not gonna get anything from the war, are we? It's just gonna tell us that the war is over and that's it for us. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? If they keep retreating into the hills, that is going to be a huge problem for us. You know, case in point. But again, this reduced their overall combat strength. Yeah, they're down to 7 divisions, which is less than we have on our side, and their actual deployed strength is about the same, and our allies do have tanks, which they don't, so we really are doing pretty well. Damn it. This was looking really good. Ha! They're holding it. Sure, let's go here. They will be able to hold this against the paratroopers. That is not a big issue. And we might start pushing towards the capital here. That's pretty much the only thing that there even is for us to be interested in. Yep. This militia is not going to hold for much longer. Okay, so how are we doing on trade? Yeah, this is just terrible. Wait, are we looking at technology models? Yeah. Four out of 9. What is? Yeah, they're just not interested in our trade. They see us as secondary to their other partners. So we're missing. Well, though this is really onto us. We don't have enough imported anyway. So who is hurting? You are hurting significantly. You are hurting significantly. So are the manpads. I'm okay with manpads and ATGMs and maybe even with the artillery. I don't really care about that much. The self-propelled one, okay. You guys, it's a bummer, but that's not really such a big issue. But the rest... Okay, this is the second armored division, or second, armored infantry division that we wanted for the first army to get. Okay, you guys are still drilling, which is good. Gonna get to a better level, but our army is now at a standing strength of 428,590 men. Come on. This engine has the mind of its own. Okay, we've taken the port of Misrata. Okay, we'll retake the port of Misrata now. This is kind of funny because the organization is so low. Okay, I guess we have to wait here a bit to regain some organization. Then we're gonna go after Misrata, push the enemy out of Bani Walid, and then we're gonna push towards Al-Qums, which is actually a pretty famous port, believe it or not. How's the supply situation? I'm pretty sure it's terrible, right? No, it's actually pretty good. They still haven't... If we could connect the railway through here, that would be a huge help. But unfortunately, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So we're at 93% fighting strength. Did we get any BMP force already? No, seems like not. T-84s. Yeah, we're missing heavily on the main battle tanks. And even some of the mounted ATGMs, that is interesting. Okay, I think our units are ready to advance here. And this militia is unable to hold us off. The only reason why they were able to do that was because we were disorganized. Yeah, no divisions in basic training, that is fine. Okay, so let's see, now we're able to defend here pretty well. So Misrata has been taken. Okay, this is actually beneficial to our intentions. Though unfortunately those are hills, but we are still able to push them out of there. If we support hard enough. Actually, better use of our time would be attacking Al-Qums and attacking from the north. That way Misrata is going to be behind our own lines. And they won't be able to do anything with that. Okay, a bit of a risky strategy here, but it can pay off. Yep, Bani Walid is gonna fall down. And we have open access towards Tripoli next. Yeah, these units are not going to do anything. The noose is tied around their neck. Actually, I think this is our last airfield. If we can take it, then the entire air is ours. Yep, all of their airplanes are operating from there. Nice, they'll take it. Okay, I think we're prime to strike that airfield. Yep, Bani Walid is in our arms. How's the losses going? We lost 274 men in the past 12 months. Equipment lost, small arms, infantry fighting. Yeah, we lost quite a lot of things. 58 tanks. Though look at them. We destroyed 1,052 main battle tanks, 2,243 utility vehicles, 202 recon tanks, 658 IFVs, 554 APCs, 16,211 small arms. Jesus. By the way, are you guys getting new weapons already? And I mean small arms. Yep, they are. They got only 3, which is kind of funny, but they're getting them, even during this combat. Oh, they've taken Bani Walid. Are you guys taking this province? You are, right? So we need to have you covering our rear. Yeah, this is... Even a militia unit is actually stopping us from reaching here. That's insane. Well, okay, now we're winning. Now we're winning, but considering... Okay, investment offer from Germany. But I think it's not worth to overexert ourselves. We are now in a very critical moment. So let's just support our allies here. Make sure they make the push. Then regain some organization. And then we're gonna push for the airport. How are we on technology? 99 days towards that. Okay, so it looks like Bani Walid is safe in our arms. We are getting reinforced. 100% strength. I don't need you here, I need you in Bani Walid. Make sure that they don't retake that. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, now we're doing it. Our organization is dropping heavily, and they're even reinforcing us with those jeeps. Attack. Backhand below. You have the initiative, and they are still managing to make us lose. And you've done another push against Bani Walid. We'll need to reinforce there. But yeah, we control like 85% of Libya now. We're not controlling the capital though, so that doesn't work as far as population goes, but other than that, it is fine. No. Okay. So we spent a bit of our influence. Okay, we got the airport safely under our control. Oh, this is the point where we actually make sure they retake this territory. And then we're gonna push them away from Ghadames, after which we can head for Tripoli. Are you excited? I'm excited. This war is finally going to end. How long did it take? 3 years? Maybe even longer. Yeah, this is a desert province. You guys have nothing on me. Why didn't you take this? That's so ridiculous. Yeah, just come on, get it. Finally. We're covering you everywhere. Okay, and now Tripoli, which is going to end this conflict. Take it. Oh, that's so symbolic. We are the ones who took Tripoli. Yeah, our... Yep. And that's it. We have finished the war in Libya. National Transitional Council of Libya took 8 states. They annexed the original Libya, and 2,408 pieces of equipment have been seized. Libya, I am so proud of you. You fought valiantly. You fought with dignity, and you fought with us to support you. Now it's time for our units to come back home and rest after literal years of fights in the desert. And I say I am really, really proud. We managed and made sure that the faction that was fighting for the good of the people won. So yeah, we're gonna see where where the fan is hit next. Unfortunately, we missed our opportunity in Bhutan. That is unfortunate in all senses of that word. But if something like this happened somewhere else, we will be ready. We helped with Syria. We helped against the Islamic State, the ISIS, and we helped in Libya, while our so-called allies actually supported the other party. But we managed. And that actually means that at this point we can cancel all of our military aid because it's no longer necessary. I think it would actually be cancelled automatically because they're no longer at war. But I think that still it should be pretty fine. So on that note, I think we're going to end this episode. It was a long war. It was a long and harrowing war. And our heroes will be back in 12 days. Back in Ukraine, where they will be welcomed as the winners, as they are. At which point we might actually go ahead and reorganize the army a bit, because we have certain plans to make this happen, which actually means that we would probably like to get an additional unit turned into the elite army corps of the First Army. Well, we have 4 divisions of tanks here. We have a number of divisions of, armored infantry. It might be good to have another one like the one we have. The difference there is going to be major. Just imagine if we took, for example, you guys and turned you... what is the template here? Into Mechanism and Armada, we would have enough manpower, we would have enough small arms, 80 GMs, but we would be missing additional 127 main battle tanks. Actually, we have everything else. Now, can't be surprised. So it's just the tanks that are a problem. Well, who would have thought? Well, the IFVs are coming. Actually, let's see what the actual strength of this army would be now. Wow. 912 hard attack, 815 defense, 520 soft attack. That is so nice. But again, this is, considering they would have the top-notch equipment. But just imagine, we are nearing 1,000 in hard attack. And combat width is, excessive. I'll give you that, but... other than that, this is just amazing. So yeah, we can maybe prioritize the tank production in the upcoming months. We're actually going to need that though, because the new main battle tank is gonna come soon, and that means that we will need to replace the thousands of tanks we have. I think that just the Mechanism and our Armada has what? 210 tanks, yeah. So that alone is a work for about half a year if we have 4 factories dedicated to that. So let's focus on that next as the next part of our organized reform. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. And again, Libya, I'm so proud of you. I hope that you enjoyed the factories that we built for you and that we are still building for you, actually. I think right now it's going to take an additional 100 days. 94 days, so it was really close. At which point you will have only 1 military factory, but you will have 16 civilian factories. So you should be pretty okay with building more military factories of your own. Because, that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, look at that, how it jumped up. Job well done.